At CIEE, both stateside and in Mexico, we've all been watching the news about the increasing violence in parts of the country, and we're aware that the U.S. State Department has a travel warning in effect for these areas. Our study center is located in the small city of Guanajuato, which is not within the areas under surveillance by the State Department. We are not living the same reality as those on the border and in several other key cities targeted by the narco violence. We decided to make this video to respond to concerns we're hearing from the U.S., and more than anything, to hopefully reassure incoming students and their families, as well as our sending institutions, that in Guanajuato, everything is just fine. What you will hear are a few voices from our on-site constituents, a couple of our current students, a department chair at the university, and one of our host mothers. To frame the remarks that follow, however, some brief background information may be helpful to keep in mind. Guanajuato is located a full 10 hours from the U.S. border, where the violence is most concentrated. We do not take students anywhere near the border, nor currently allow them to travel that direction themselves. Guanajuato also has an unusual and fortunate topography. The city is shaped like a bowl, which means that everything is visible from above, and it has teeny tiny one-way streets that make any high-speed getaway a complete impossibility. Once you drive into this space, it's very hard to get quickly out of it. Furthermore, Guanajuato is a small city. The population is around 140,000, and we don't have the extraordinary division of wealth that characterizes most larger Mexican cities. It is known widely as extremely middle class and professional, and there is little unemployment. There is also no petroleum or big business interest here. The city's income stems from tourism, the local university, and different governmental agencies, as we are also the state capital. So we're very much less on the radar thanks to this. There is just not too much to interest the narco-traffickers in this city. Really, first and foremost, Guanajuato is a student city.
No, I mean, like, I would have to travel to see what that was like, honestly. It's it's just not something that happens here.
Voy al súper, voy a mis reuniones, voy a lo que tengo que hacer, como aquí no pasa nada, porque no está pasando nada en Guanajuato.
I'm Randy Wells. I'm the director of the Department of Visual Arts here at the University of Guanajuato, and I've been asked to make a few comments about the situation of alleged violence, not always alleged, that goes on here in Mexico and how it affects our lives here in Guanajuato and at the University of Guanajuato. There's some questions here about are folks at the university preoccupied with this? Preoccupied in what sense? No. Does it affect our daily lives? Here in Guanajuato, no. By and large, Guanajuato is a very safe city.
I mean, it's hard to describe it. It's so relaxed. I mean, people are walking in the streets, people working in the streets. But I mean, I guess I've never seen drugs. I've never smelt drugs, and that kind of surprises me because like they have all this narco-traffic stuff. But I've never actually seen anything, and I would in the States, which is kind of cool. But no, I mean, I feel like it's safer than places in the U.S. on a lot of levels. I mean, there are certain cities in the U.S. I never would think to walk around by myself, but here it's totally fine. No, actually, it's kind of interesting. We went to Mexico City, and my mom was like kind of wondering about that because it's kind of has a bad reputation around. But I had a blast. Like I thought that it was a really great city. I want to go back, and I was thinking, wow, like this isn't what I pictured at all. I just feel like the press has such a bad rep for like the small parts that do go bad. They don't really focus on the cool parts. So yeah, I thought it was great. The beach and the buses were safe and fine. Like, yeah, I mean, definitely scary, but I wouldn't worry a second about coming here. I mean, I didn't know what to think when I was coming here either, but it's so pretty and it's so not dangerous. I mean, it's just the most relaxed place ever. And
pues que se sienta tranquila, que aquí es muy tranquilo, muy seguro y que seguramente allá pasan todo lo negativo, pero que tengan la confianza que sus hijos estarán bien.
And then the hygiene, of course, you can sit there for hours and read a book if you want, and it's really relaxed. And then a lot of people go to Zumba class or some sort of like gym class, which is fun. And then the movies are really fun because it's super cheap and you can actually walk there. Like the great thing is you can walk everywhere. I mean, I would say that the relaxed feel of the place. I mean, I feel like everyone's running around in the U.S. and you don't really stop to talk to people. But I mean, on your average day, everyone recognizes each other. There's like this great community feel. And I mean, that doesn't really happen a lot in the U.S. because everyone has their own agenda and they can't just stop. So, I mean, I think that the people in general are very close and the family dynamic is very close. And so people are generally concerned about you. They're super friendly. I mean, it's cool because people, the relationship aspect of life here is.
At the CIEE Study Center in Guanajuato, we're monitoring the situation and following State Department advice to the letter. Our current participants are not allowed to travel by night bus, to visit the border, nor to travel to specific other cities we've designated as high risk. Our own center trips are also subject to change at any point should the situation affect our usual destinations. The CIE Study Center in Guanajuato was founded in 2002. As educators, our staff can assure you that the learning context is still a positive one. The violence does not affect student life here at all. We're a 3-person staff here with 2 kids between us, one in grade school and one in junior high. As parents, we can also assure you that we all still feel safe raising our own kids here in Guanajuato. Despite the news reports, Mexico is much more than its narco problem. Guanajuato still provides a safe context in which students can learn about middle and professional class Mexico, interact with university students who will be their future colleagues, and study the topics they're passionate about.
I would say don't feel afraid of coming down here because, it's an experience, and I mean, like I said, nothing really bad's going to happen. It's a safe place.